As the clock struck midnight, Mark stood in his dimly lit basement, gazing at the prototype of his latest invention, a time machine. His life had been consumed by this project, and he was finally ready to take it for a test run. With a deep breath, he activated the device. A swirling vortex of energy enveloped Mark, and he was thrust into an unsettling void. Colors and shapes twisted around him, disorienting him completely. He had no control, and his fear grew as he hurtled through time. Suddenly, he landed with a thud on a cold, wet cobblestone street. The surroundings were shrouded in an eerie darkness. Dimly lit gas lamps cast long, eerie shadows, revealing a grim and unfamiliar world. Mark realized he had arrived in the past, but he couldn't pinpoint the era. As he wandered through the desolate streets, he heard unsettling whispers and saw flickering figures in the corners of his vision. The atmosphere was oppressive, and Mark's heart raced. He had to find a way back to his own time. Desperation led him to a decrepit, abandoned library. In the dusty, dimly lit room, he found an old journal. It belonged to a scientist who had also dabbled in time travel but had failed. Mark pieced together clues from the journal to recalibrate his device. He had to return to his own time, no matter the cost. Mark activated the time machine once more, and this time, he could feel it working differently. The vortex was calmer, and he had some semblance of control. He aimed for his original time and hoped for the best. He landed back in his basement, but something was amiss. The room was no longer dimly lit. Instead, it was bathed in a sickly green glow. Mark's heart sank as he realized that he had returned, but not to his world. In this twisted version of his time, technology had advanced unchecked, leading to an environmental apocalypse. The very world he had sought to escape had become a dystopian nightmare. Mark realized the true cost of tampering with time. He had unleashed a dark future, and there was no way to undo it. Stranded in this desolate world, he was left to contemplate the haunting consequences of his temporal gambit. With a heavy heart, Mark understood that some things were best left untouched. As he wandered the bleak landscape, he pondered the dark wisdom of the ages. Time is a river that should never be diverted, for its currents can carry us to places we may never return from.